Happy Independent Bookstore Day. I'm so excited. I have not gotten to buy books in a while because of my book buying ban, which I should still technically be on, but I fear that the 10 books that I have left, it's too much, and I would like to participate in Independent Bookstore Day, so I'm going to. I'm specifically doing the North Portland book crawl. I'm very excited about it. They give you a little postcard and you do all the stamps and you turn it in and you get entered for a prize. It's going to be really fun. And a lot of the North Portland bookstores are some of my favorite bookstores, so that part's great. And if you don't have a local bookstore near you, you can go on bookshop.org and pick any bookstore in the country to support. It's really just like such a cool website. And then if you're more of an audiobook person and you don't want to support Amazon, you can also support Libro.fm and pick a bookstore for the profits to go to. It is such a cool service. I love it. I've been using it forever. I also get the Libro.fm ALCs, so that is also an incentive for me. But I think that both of those services are super awesome. And usually, if you really don't like paying for shipping, bookshop.org does a free shipping a couple times a year. So I always look out for that and go a little hard. Not this year, though, because of my book buying ban. But we get to buy books. And I'm get to go to some of my favorite bookstores that I haven't been to in a really long time. I'm so excited to go to them. It's going to be such a fun day. It is a beautiful day out in Portland. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But we're not going crazy, cuckoo, bonkers, bananas. I have a game plan. These are some books that I would like to buy. I would like to buy books 2 through 4 of the Ember and the Ashes series by Saboteur because I'm reading them with my friend Bree. We have read books 1 and 2. I'm hopefully starting book 3 very soon. And I think that they could be like a series that I would want to reread and annotate, or at least have on my shelves. So I would like to look for those. C.L. Clark has a novella. I would love to get that. The Fireborn Blade, the second novella in that series. If I find that, that would be great. Honeysuckle by Bar Friedman Tell. I want my shelf trophy for that book, and it came out pretty recently, so I think that it should be somewhere. And maybe if there's a blind date with a book or something that I've never heard of, I would love to pick that up as well. So that's what I'm thinking. Those are kind of my ideas. Oh, and then the Dabney Perry book, The Shield and Sparrows. I've just been convinced to read that. So if we can find that, that would also be really fun. Any T. Kingfisher book that I don't have. I think there's one book in the Becky Chambers series that I don't have, and I should figure out what that is so that I can be on the lookout for it. And then also, there are some books that I don't have in the Murderbot Diaries series. Also would like to be looking out for those. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Obviously, I'm probably going to divert from this list a little bit. And there's a couple bookstores in the North Portland book crawl that are like children's books or just like bookstores I don't always find something at. So I'm not going to be buying a book at every bookstore, but I could see myself buying multiple books at other bookstores. But that was a lot of yapping for what is supposed to be a vlog outside of my home. So let's go to the first bookstore.
I carefully filed that information away.
to 2 bookstores and also a coffee shop, which I really needed. I unfortunately got a turf theme latte, but I wanted caramel and toffee in it, so it is what it is. It's pretty good though. The bookstore that I thought wasn't going to open until 11 actually opened earlier. I'm sure it's for Indie Bookstore Day. And also, the first bookstore I went to didn't have all of the bookstores on it, so now I have to do it like this. But also, this one is way nicer because it shows you what's where. This was my intended order anyway, because like there's 4 on Alberta that are really close to each other. 5 on Alberta. But I'm headed to just like the general North Portland area first. But that's okay because I was intending to go to all of these. There was only 10 on this one, but there's 13 on the new one. But I don't think it's going to add a whole lot of time. I had intended to do this anyway. And I'm really excited. There is a manga shop on here that I'm really excited to get like stationery from. And there's a couple bookstores that I haven't been to yet, which will be nice for my bookstore series on TikTok. And I just can't wait. This is so fun. I'm having such a good time. I already bought a tote bag. I'm going to do a final haul for y'all at the end, because otherwise I'm going to be repeating myself. Do you want to see my breakfast burrito? I didn't get bacon on it because I'm not that big on bacon. It is a character flaw. I also thought they gave me red salsa, but they gave me green salsa, and it's going to be just fine. Let's scoot back a little bit. I am actually pretty sure I also have all of Becky Chambers' books now. One of them is just not on my bookshelf. So that's what I was going to get from the first bookstore, and then I talked myself out of it. I thought I also spent so long in there, but it wasn't that long. So we're doing pretty good on time. It's not even 11 yet. Oh, this is a greasy, greasy breakfast burrito. I will say, the breakfast burrito is significantly better than their coffee. They have this magical concoction that is a play on the Dairy Queen Blizzard. But they call it a wizard because it's like, you know, really themed in there, if you didn't notice. It's an artist, Mike Bennett, a local Portland artist. He's really cool. He does really cool things for the community, and his art is just really fun. But they have a blackberry brownie one, and it's my favorite thing ever. But I figured since it was pre-lunch, I should just get a breakfast burrito. Okay, I think I'm going to save half of this and go to more bookstores because I'm really excited to go to more bookstores and buy things. I'm also already super off my list. Who's surprised? Not me. Also, forgot to put a phone charger back in my car. I'm gonna have to buy a phone charger because otherwise my phone is gonna die because it doesn't last long enough, especially when it's on to do maps and stuff. Absolutely not. It needs to be plugged in. We're going to Arches next, which is one I haven't been to yet, which means I'm gonna have to remember and not get overwhelmed that I need to get enough footage for my bookstore series. The nice thing is that once I'm in Portland, going to all of these bookstores, since it is the North Portland book crawl, nothing is that far apart either. it. I ended up going to 13 bookstores, which is crazy. I started out at Two Rivers Bookstore, and they had the bookstores that were on the crawl last year, but that's it. They added a couple more this year, so then I had to get a different one, but that's okay. Because now I'm just going to send in a picture of both of these and it'll be fine. Danielle from Second Shapes is super chill. There's no stakes. Not only the stakes not that high, there's just like no stakes actually. Oh my gosh, should we rank them? Should we rank the bookstores? Maybe we'll go in order of least favorite to most favorite, but also I'm not ranking Midsummer because that's my girl. At the bottom, I would probably say for me is the Rose City Book Pub. I didn't end up getting anything there. The pub, I'm sure itself is great. I did get a Diet Coke, which was great for my drive home because there was traffic. So that, love that. But like the book selection, like there's technically books for sale there. It's not like I would never go there to buy a book. I would go there for the pub part. So it doesn't really feel like a bookstore. And I'm not that excited to go there for books. There was also like what I can only assume is like a little queer book vendor, but they weren't there when I was there. So it was just kind of like, I don't know. I'm putting them at number 13. At number 12, I would probably say for me as an adult, Green Bean Books, because it is all children's books. Like, there's just really nothing that I need there. I only got my stamp there, and I did feel a little bit bad about that. Bad about buying something for the sake of buying something like a sticker, but I just didn't want anything. And I have bought books for my nieces there before, but they also didn't need any books right now. If you have a child, though, I'm sure it's fantastic. Then I'm going to say Monograph Bookworks, although I did buy something there. It's mostly like a artsy photography kind of bookstore. It's like very specific. They have cool other things there, but again, if I was looking for a book, I probably wouldn't end up there. All of the other things that they have there are really cool. They have random old prints, random old brochures, just like it's such a cool place if you want to see some like old stuff. And I ended up getting one of my friends a print there. Emma really likes sheep, and I wanted to buy something since I was filming, and this felt justified to me, so it's just a sheep. I don't know, it's cute. Like, I would hang this up on my wall if Emma doesn't end up liking it, but I think that she will. I also like that they put a sticker instead of a stamp. I think that's fun. So that's 13, 12, that's number 11 for me. I guess Reggie's Manga Cafe, because I don't read manga. I don't even know if their selection is good. It probably is. They have a lot of cute other stuff, though. Like, I ended up getting stationery there. I needed washi tape, like I need another hole in the head, but famously, I have a black cat named Nyx, and they had black cat washi tape, so I did end up getting that, and I'm sure I'll put it in some journal at some point. She's very cute. And I got a couple pens. I can give you a review on them if I like them. Got this one. I'm assuming that it writes in purple. And then I got this pen. I don't know. You can't really see it, but I haven't tried writing with it yet. I don't think that it writes in red. I think it's black. That's what I intended to get. But I also didn't need more pens. But what am I going to do? Not get a couple things. They were also so overwhelmed there. It was one worker. And they also have a cafe where they do food and also like coffee beverages. She was so overwhelmed, but she was doing such a good job. It's such a cute space. I didn't need a drink, thankfully. I probably would have just skipped out on it just to not overload her. But I would be interested in trying their stuff sometime. I don't think I've gotten a drink from there before. But maybe for like the next book crawl. If they're not too overwhelmed, I will go there. They're number 10 for me. Again, I love all these places. It's just, if I were to go in and buy a book, how would I be ranking these? Honestly, next, I'd probably say Arches. Just because it's all used stuff and all super random. Like if I was looking for something specific, it probably wouldn't, be the place that I would go, but it is fun, really fun to look through. And if you ever needed like a Bible or any kind of like religious book, they had literally anything I think that you could think of. They had so many different like sizes of Bibles. It was strange. And the guy, when I was there, also said that everything that they had in like displayed was not cataloged at all or cataloged online, but they had 3 times the amount that you saw cataloged online, which is insane. That's crazy. That's so many books. I don't even know where he said that they kept them. I can't remember. But I did still end up getting something. Got 2 somethings. And it was $6 total. So first I got this Gardens book. It's like almost the exact size of my reading journal. And I'm hoping that I can use them for like backgrounds, just rip out the pages and stuff. Like this was $3 kept outside. I'm not too worried about ruining this, you know, it's not going to get ruined. I think that this is so fun and I'm so excited about it. And then this didn't have a price on it, so he also just gave it to me for $3 and it's still in pretty good shape. It's the third book in the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. Now I haven't finished the trilogy yet. I haven't even started it. But I do think that I'm really going to like it. I like N.K. Jemisin's writing and I want to get all of her books and read all of them, so I'm not too worried about getting the third book in a trilogy since I have read from the author before. Next is probably Melville, just because their focus is on literary fiction and classics and nonfiction, and that's not my most read genres, but I would still go there if I needed something because they could probably have it or find it or direct me to somewhere else that did have it. And I ended up finding something that I had intended on getting anyway. It wasn't just like getting it for the sake of being there. And I got The Warmth of Other Suns, The Epic Story of America's Migration by Isabel Wilkerson. I read Caste earlier this year by this author and really liked the way that she wrote. Caste is more about like the caste system in America and how that relates to like other caste systems in other areas of the world. But this, I think, is a little bit different. I'm really excited about that though. She's a journalist, I think, or also did journalism. The decades-long migration of Black citizens who fled the South for northern and western cities in search of a better life from 1915 to 1970, this exodus of almost 6 million people changed the face of America. She interviewed more than 1,000 individuals, oh my god, and gained access to new data and official records to write this definitive and vividly dramatic account of how these American journeys unfolded, altering our cities, our country, and ourselves. That's crazy. How much of this is like... Okay, the actual book is probably only like 500 pages only, but... I'm so excited for this. This is going to be so good. A children's place. I really thought that this was just going to be a children's bookstore, but it's not. They had not only a section for adult books, but they also had such a big selection of YA books. And I bought a book and I bought a nut book. A nut book is this cute little spider that I feel very maternal towards. He's going on my bookshelves. Please suggest me a name. He's so freaking cute. I love him. Was he probably more than I should have paid for him? Yes, but that's my business, not yours. And then I bought the next book in the Sunbearer Trials series by Aidan Thomas, Celestial Monsters. I think this kind of just came out. I'm not super sure, but I also haven't read Sunbearer Trials, but I do think I'm really going to like it. Aidan Thomas, I've gotten to meet him multiple times now and still not read his books, but I adore him. I think that he is just such a genuine person, and I think that he's so funny. I'm assuming I'm going to like his books. And I can't wait to try them out. Glad I ended up finding something there. I was kind of initially not intending on buying anything there, just going in quick to get my punch and then leave. But I'm glad that I tried to find something. It's a really cool bookstore that it has more than just kids stuff. But they did have a bunch of kids stuff as well. So much Captain Underpants. I don't understand how there's so many Captain Underpants books. Next, I would probably say Revolutions. I love that store. I think it's so cool. Whoever's working is always so cool. Almost all of their stuff is used, so it's like a very specific selection again. Their music is also really interesting. There was just like a lot of cool things in there. I did end up getting Grievers by Adrienne Marie Brown. A couple people have told me to read this. It is a queer... It says queer sci-fi, but I know it as queer horror. I'm not sure if that's true or not. And I also ended up getting a couple stickers for my journal. They were only 50 cents. So I got this one and this one. This is like their logo. I think he's so cute. Dune's mother is patient zero of a mysterious illness that stops people in their tracks in mid-sentence, mid-action, midlife, casting them into a non-responsive state from which no one recovers. Dune must navigate poverty and the loss of her mother as Detroit's hospitals, morgues, and graveyards begin to overflow. As the quarantined city slowly empties of life, she investigates what caused the plague and what might end it. Following in the footsteps of her late researcher father, who has a physical model of Detroit's history and losses set up in their basement, she dusts it off and begins tracking the sick and dying, discovering patterns, finding comrades in curiosity, conspiracies for the fertile ground of the city, and the unexpected magic that emerges when the debt of grief is cleared. Holy shit, that's such a good synopsis. I'm so excited about this. Whenever I have to do like a short, that's bold. Whenever I do like a readathon or something, this is short. This is absolutely getting added to the list. Then I'd probably say Second Shapes. Again, their entire stock is used, so it's kind of just like a hit or miss situation. But I am really excited about the book that I got there today. Also, you saw it already, but they had a bread lady there. I got a lemon blueberry sourdough loaf. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to dig into that. I also got 2 cookies. I have eaten the caramel toffee one. So good. So good. But I have so much store credit there because I go there a lot to sell my books. So this book was only $5, so I still have so much store credit. But it's stamped from the beginning by Max Kendi. I read the book that was intended for a younger audience earlier this year. It was like stamped a remix. So it's like this book, but for a YA audience. So I'm interested. This is so much thicker. I'm excited to see what this is like. I'm sure it's like similar information, but I think that the YA book has prepped me well enough for this that I'll be able to absorb it pretty well. I'm so excited to get to this whenever I get to this. It's a thick one, but $5, I couldn't pass that up. And probably Two Rivers Bookstore, and this is above a couple of the other ones. They don't have like the best book selection, but their like trinkets and stuff is great. And it's also a yarn store, and I am trying to learn how to knit. I'm still trying to learn how to knit. So there's just a lot of things going on there that I really, really like. At that store, I ended up getting this little tote bag that I absolutely did not need, but I do really like it. It says Fight Evil, Read Books. It's cute. It's green. I'm such a green person, and it's so tiny. Like, I ended up grabbing Winter's Orbit by Evergreen and Maxwell. This just gets recommended to me a lot in conjunction with all of the other books that I seem to like, so I'm excited about this. A chilling account of a dark past wrapped in the warm blanket of a promising future. Should be for me. This is just recommended to me so often, I'm finally checking it out. Okay, now I believe we're down to my top 3. These are also going to be in no particular order because it just depends on the day. Obviously, I'm a Midsummer Media girl. I love her. I run the book clubs. I just love it there. The horror community there is just awesome. I've made a lot of friends. No complaints. And I ended up getting Small Angels by Lauren Owen. One of my friends for my 14 Rex from 14 Friends put this on my radar. I thought since she was doing 20% off, I would get into this. And it's a hypnotic tale of sisterhood, first love, and hauntings. A wedding in a small English village stirs up unsettling magic and forces a troubled family's secrets out into the open. Hell yeah. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. It's kind of iffy for me, but it is something that I want to read this year. She also was on the lookout for me because I'm trying to collect all of the seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like physical media. And I have 1 and 4. So she got 2, 3, and 5 for me, which was super nice. I think they're in the cart right now. But I also got those today, which I'm really excited about. And she just gifted them to me, which was so nice. And then Parallel Worlds is a sci-fi fantasy horror bookstore. I really like all of the genre-specific bookstores in Portland. I think it's really fun. And I ended up getting 2 books there. And I had to chill out, calm down. This was me behaving. So I ended up getting This Brutal Moon by Bethany Jacobs so that I could finish out the trilogy. I'm really excited to continue reading this. The book 1 was so good. I need to restart book 2, I think is the issue. Because I kind of started it, but I started on an audiobook and I was not locked in. And I was like trying to remember what was happening in book 1, but also trying to absorb book 2. So I just need to restart it again. But I can't wait to get back into these. I think this is going to be a 5-star trilogy for me. It's a sci-fi space opera. It's sapphic, and there's so much betrayal and mess in it, which I really enjoy. And then I also got The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. I think that this is kind of like a grimdark fantasy a little bit. A gritty, heart-pounding tale of betrayal and bloody vengeance. I loved every single word. That's from John Gwynne, who I love. This is a new epic fantasy series of action, intrigue, and magic. I haven't read anything by Anthony Ryan yet, but I know that he's written like a few series now. But the cover just really speaks to me. I've always loved this cover. I think that it's super eye-catching, so I'm excited to get to this. We'll see if I like it. This is definitely a cover pick for me because I didn't know what it was about before. And finally, Always Hear Books. They also have an online store if you're interested. All of like the stickers and bookmarks and whatever, all of that stuff that they have is so stinking cute. And they have a bathroom, which came in really clutch because I would say that 80% of the bookstores that I went into today didn't have a bathroom. And I'm a girl that has to pee. I have to pee quite often, so I had to be very strategic about it, and I really appreciated that they had a bathroom. I ended up getting 2 books there as well, and a trinket for one of my friends. And again, this was me behaving myself. I was really chill and normal about being able to buy books. So I got Queen of Faces by Petra Lord. A pawn dies, a queen rises. Ooh. A demon births an angel, a fool births a genius, and a pawn births a queen. I'm really excited about this. I've seen so many people love this, and the 2 books that I got here are FOMO picks. Like, I want to love them too, and I think the only way that I'm going to get to them is if I put them on my physical TBR. So that is what I have done. So I'm very excited about this one. I'm very excited that I have the gilded edges. I think certain sprayed edges I'm coming around to, and like this design is so pretty. And also, I got Cry Voidbringer by Elaine Ho. This is a bindery book. I don't know which imprint this is for, but so many of my friends have loved this book. In a broken system, do you save yourself or fight for the people you love? With God's power waning, the Queen of Ashby has to find another way to bolster her fight against her imperialist oppressors. The solution: wrenching children of other cultures from their homes and conscripting them into service. Holy shit. Cry Voidbringer is a gripping saga of how far one will go for freedom and control and how easily it can all be taken away. Left Unread is the imprint. I don't know which influencer does that. And Annie Davenport blurbed it, so that's pretty sweet. Very excited to get to this one. I've had pretty good luck with bindery books so far, and I know they're all different imprints, they're all different influencers that are publishing these books, but I think just overall, it's a really cool thing that they're doing, and I'm really excited about this. And then the last thing that I bought is this little pill thing for my friend. I'm always getting Pepto-Bismol from her, and I think that this is really funny. She needed it. I decided that she needed it, so I got it for her. And that's my haul / my ranking of all of the bookstores that I went to today. I will be doing a bigger version of this during Portland Book Week, which happens in June, and I'm very excited about it. It's a full bingo board. I will be going to at least 25 bookstores. Some of these will probably be repeats because some of the bookstores that I went today are some of my all-time favorite Portland bookstores. I had a great time. I hope that this vlog was kind of interesting. I know that it was probably not very long. It's hard to film when these bookstores are so busy. Everywhere that I went to today was so busy, and that's so nice to see, but it's also just really overwhelming. But I'm really happy with how many books did I buy today? The 11 books that I bought today, and all of the trinkets and stuff. And everybody cross your fingers for me that I'm in the raffle. If you fill out your North Portland book crawl, everyone, if you're here, put the crossed fingers emoji in the comments to let me know that you're here and wish me luck on winning that raffle. I hope everyone had a great indie bookstore day. Let me know if you did anything or if you bought a book, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!